4K trade rapper Quando Rondo has found himself in another crossfire, and just like always, he managed to escape without a bullet graze. But unfortunately, his friend who was with him in the vehicle lost his life. Seeing Rondo screaming over the passing of his friends has left fans dropping the same comments on social media. Now he knows what it feels like to lose a friend. While most fans do not want to read meaning to it, others can't help but point fingers at Lil Durk. Could Lil Durk have ordered the attack on Rondo? Quando Rondo attacked. In the late hours of August 19th, 2022, Quando Rondo found himself in the middle of crossfire while he was filling the tanks of his Cadillac at a gas station in Los Angeles. The incident, which is still under investigation, revealed that a man was hit at the gas station in Beverly Grove before he and Quando Rondo escaped and drove a couple of blocks away to West Hollywood. According to reports, the man in the vehicle with Quando Rondo was identified as one of his friends, Lil Pab. The LAPD, who are carrying out investigations, revealed the victims of the incident ended up near the intersection of Beverly Boulevard and La Cienega Boulevard a little before 5:30 p.m., calling for help from law enforcement officers. On getting to the scene, they discovered that one of the victims was already in critical condition. As soon as the news hit the media, a woman identified as Quando Rondo's aunt shared an update via her Instagram story at about 11:30 p.m. local time. When she said Quando Rondo wasn't hit, she wrote, "I love everyone, but please give my family time to call me. You guys are clogging my line. We're fine. Maybe I should reword it. He's fine. I spoke with him myself." A couple of minutes later after sharing the post, she followed up with another post where she seemed upset. The woman wrote, "I know y'all are concerned, but please stop calling me. Please understand. I can't talk to him, and not none of the people I need to be talking to for him if y'all keep calling. I just keep answering because I think y'all him. Please stop." Many of his friends and family trooped into social media to say that Rondo was well and shut down rumors that he had passed away. His new girlfriend, Yachty, also took to her Instagram story to share that he was fine, as she wrote a video about the both of them. "I'm so worried about you. I love you so much, man." In another post, she wrote, "I got you forever." According to reports, the three who had opened fire on Rondo and his friends are on the run. While the authorities are still looking for them, they claim that they fired execution style at Quando Rondo's vehicle. While describing the incident, the lieutenant said, "They gassed up their vehicle, and while they were getting in, a white car approached from the alley, and three dressed in black jumped out of the vehicle and opened fire before escaping from the scene." The lieutenant also mentioned that there was no contact between Rondo and the so they must have gone to the gas station solely to attack Quando Rondo. One of Quando Rondo's reps released a statement about Rondo saying Quando was present during yesterday evening, which resulted in the untimely death of another young man's life. He himself didn't sustain any injuries during the and is safe. We ask that his privacy is respected at this time. Who attacked Quando Rondo? While authorities are still carrying out investigations on the incident, fans in the comment section of every social media post about the incident have all called one name: Lil Durk. Since King Von's tragic passing, Lil Durk, who was his best friend, has constantly sent out subtle diss to the 4K Trade crew, and most especially at Quando Rondo. He once released a diss track where he dissed Quando Rondo over King Von's passing. Lil Durk rapped about some menacing bars that called out several of his ops, including FBG Duck, Lil Tim, and Quando Rondo. And we took L's for sure. But in Chicago, they know we winning for sure. Sings Durkio on the track. You do it for what? Better not say that you do it for them. Be tough. That was the moment he ran, and he knew he ain't duck, and it's out of luck. We do it for Von. We don't wait till it dies down. We load, and we do it tomorrow. He was obviously referring to FBG Duck on this verse, but he also appeared to take jabs at Quando Rondo, who had just at the time released an interview that he filmed with Angela Yee inside a Rolls Royce. Lil Durk said, "That Rolls better be bulletproof, Lil. You know we gonna at the stars," he said. Whether Durk meant the threats or not, it was pretty hard to convince fans that he didn't mean it, as it was seen as a response to Quando Rondo's earlier threats. Shortly before Lil Durk's song leaked, Quando Rondo was called out after releasing a music video for his single, Soul Reaper, after having a Lil Durk lookalike in the video, who he appears to sneak up on and down. Once the video caught more attention, Quando Rondo set the record straight with the post on his Instagram story where he wrote, "These fans make anything up. Don't even be thinking like that." King Von's tragic passing isn't the only reason why fans suspect Lil Durk of ordering the attack against Quando Rondo. Rondo also spoke ill of Lil Durk's brother, D-Thang, after he passed, and he suggested that he may have had a hand in D-Thang's tragic passing. At the time, Rondo allegedly took responsibility for Lil Durk's brother's passing. Dante Banks, aka D-Thang, Lil Durk's older brother, was down at Club O in Chicago, Illinois. According to reports, multiple bullets were fired and lots of weapons were recovered. Barely 4 months after D-Thang passed in June 2021, Quando Rondo released a song where he supposedly dissed Lil Durk and took responsibility for the tragic incident that took D-Thang's life. In October 2021, Quando released the track Time Spent, where he said, "Looks like that dissing in them songs got your brother." Durk has been known to brag about his eliminated ops in his music. At the time, there was some speculation that D-Thang's tragic incident may have been linked to Durk's music. Quando added in the song, "Not even $1 million can change the way your mother feels." While Quando didn't mention D-Thang by name, fans of both rappers were convinced that Quando's lyrics were subliminal jabs at Durk. Lil Durk never addressed the diss track nor Quando Rondo's claim to taking responsibility for his brother's passing. Quando Rondo's previous attacks. Rapper Quando Rondo is no stranger to attacks, as he has previously found himself in the midst of one too many times. And also, almost every time he comes under, he has luckily survived without much as a graze, whereas other people lose their lives in the fight. In May 2021, Quando Rondo and his team were attacked in Atlanta, Georgia, where the rapper was supposed to perform at a concert. The reports claim that he was at a convenience store with his entourage when some hitmen attacked him at about 3 a.m. that night. He was traveling by road, and he and his crew decided to make a quick stop at the store when the attack happened. Although the bullet didn't hit Rondo, one of his guys sustained an injury to his hand. After due investigation, the authorities gave their account, claiming that it was a planned drive-by attack aimed at Quando Rondo. It happened exactly the same time his recently attack went down. Rondo and his guys had been at the store for barely 10 minutes when the hitmen opened fire at them. Quando Rondo's attack in Atlanta got fans pointing fingers and making up theories that the OTF crew ordered the attack because Quando Rondo was involved in King Von's assassination. Luckily for Rondo, he didn't lose his life then, and he didn't lose it now. Quando Rondo controversy. Long before the tragic passing of King Von, Quando Rondo was known as yet another rapper in the 4K Trey crew that looked up to NBA Youngboy to get their careers pumping. But after the events of the fateful night, Quando Rondo's name was on every blog, headline, and every platform that announced the passing of King Von. Since that day, the events of that night have followed Rondo everywhere. To this day, Rondo has maintained that he had no business with King Von before that fateful night and didn't even know why King Von attacked him. Yet he has suffered the consequences of King Von's passing. Rondo gave his own account of what happened on the night that King Von was eliminated. And here's how the interview went. Quando Rondo described how things According to Quando Rondo, he didn't want to go into the club that night, and he told his brother Lil Tim, aka Timothy Leaks, who was charged with the assassination of King Von. He said he told Lil Tim that he was going to have a nap in the car, and he could go and have fun at the club, but Lil Tim decided to stay with him in the car. However, before he could get any sleep, some individuals approached their vehicle, and they were with King Von. Rondo said, "I'm thinking these were some regular individuals," he said. "So I'm letting this group come by. Next thing you know, hit me. I lied to you not. It's like I had an out-of-body experience." It was at this point a fight broke out and the crossfire began. The incident left King Von, alongside 2 other men, eliminated. Although he wasn't arrested, Quando Rondo claimed that he and his crew acted in self-defense. The craziest part of the situation for Quando Rondo was that he didn't know he had beef with King Von or OTF crew, as he assumed that he had a cool relationship with Lil Durk, who was the leader of the Only Family crew. So why the OTF crew attacked him at the club that night was unknown to him. "From my understanding, I had a relationship with Big Bro," Quando says. "And I want to say his name. You know what I'm talking about. The dude that was on my album. It was all love with us, from my understanding." Lil Durk was on Safest, a track on Quando's Q-Pac album. Effect of King Von's passing on Rondo's life. Every attack Quando Rondo has had since King Von's passing in November 2020 has been traced back to the event of that night. Rondo may not have lost his life like Von, but he has lost a lot of things, including his successful career and his fans. King Von's passing will forever be a stigma on Rondo's life and career. Since that night, Rondo has watched his career crash, and promoters have even dropped him because of the violence that may come with the rapper's presence. During an interview, Quando Rondo revealed that club promoters were scared to book him since the incident with King Von.
Big Buck, your show. Nobody wanna book me cause they terrified. That's the truth. Big bro, man, so many people calling like, man, big bro, this situation, big bro, I wish the fans let that shit go, like, big bro, the longer y'all talk about it, why is y'all hyping this shit up?
Nobody wanna book me because they're terrified, Rondo said. That's the truth. So many people calling like, I wish the fans let that go. As long as y'all talk about it, they're hyping this up. After the incident with King Von, Quando Rondo constantly found his shows getting canceled. And one time, the mayor and the police authorities in Georgia came together to cancel his show because they feared that Quando may have retaliation at one of his shows that would result to a casualty. The mayor canceled my show on my daughter's life, Rondo said. That's facts, big bro. I ain't canceling the show. Rondo also addressed the threats he faced because of his connection to the passing of King Von.
So the mayor really canceled your show?
Man, big bro, I put this on my daughter's life. The mayor canceled my show, big bro, on my daughter's life. Facts. No cap, big bro. On my daughter's life. If I'm lying, my daughter could die.
Damn. That's deep.